welcome back to my channel Excel Pro, and I hope you guys are doing well and safe. So today I'll be taking you through the basics of data entry, like how to enter your data, how to identify the data which is there in the cell, is it a text or a number, and how to format your text or number. Then I will also show you how to enable your developer tab in your Excel, and how to customize your workbook, like how to add sheets, how to rename a sheet, or how to color your tab, and all those things. All right, so let's get started. So as you can see in my screen that I have one Excel file opened, so where I have two different tabs, so I will come one after the other. All right, so first of all I would like to show you that how to enable the developer tab in the ribbon, right? So first you have to go to file, then go back to options, then you have something called customize ribbon, and then it has a developer which you have to tick. Once you tick it and click on OK, and you can see your developer tab on the ribbon as well. Alright, so this is how you enable your developer tab, and which is required for VBA, which I have already discussed earlier as well. So we'll not go in details. Once we start the advanced level, then we'll discuss on this tab. Alright. Okay, so now let's get started with the text. So now as we know that this is on the Excel sheet, the entire is called Excel sheet or the tab. When you enter a data in it, that becomes your data, right? So for example, a test. I've written test. So now do you see that as soon as I have entered, it is visible in the formula bar, right? So just be there. I'll just open a marker so that it will help you to navigate. Okay, text in cell this, right, which is the active cell. Okay, and the same thing you can see in the formula bar, right? So whatever you do in your Excel worksheet, that has to populate there, right? Even if you write any text, comment, whatever you write here, any number and all. So now how you can enter, or how you can change your text in it. So how you can edit the text whatever you have entered. So if you want to edit this, so there are two options: either you double click or click F2, right? So if you click F2, it will give us same option like double click. So when you enter a data in a cell, that is your active cell, and active cell is nothing the intersection of your row and column. So if you see, this is your column G, and this is your row number 7, and that's become your G7, row 7 and column G. So that is your cell address, which I've already explained in my previous videos. All right, so this is clear, I hope. And when you enter a data in it, so it by default Excel takes it as a either text or a number. Whenever you enter a text, it starts from your left, and if you enter a number, it starts from your right. So that's how you can differentiate that which is text or which is number. Sometimes what happens, even though it is in a number, you can see that this is a number, but when you get data in CSV file or any Excel format from any other source, you can see that it's a number, but it will be in a text format. How it happens? Because of some data extraction. So for example, I'll just show you one example here. Text. See, so now you can see both are text, but here this format has been changed because it is in text format. So sometimes whenever you see a number, but that doesn't mean that it is in a number format, and when you use some formula that may give you a error, or your formula will not work because that is a text. So you have to be very careful to identify whether it is a text or it is a number format. All right, I hope till now this is very clear, this is very simple to understand. All right, so now how do you format these text or number if you want to do some bold, italic, color? So when we discuss about the ribbon, so there are the different options you can see. So there are options which you can use just to format your numbers and text whatever you want to do based on this. So how you want to color coding the cell, or you want to format the rows, or means the text in it, or the cell. So this is how you do the format. So let's say I want to format this, multiple things in this. So how do you copy? So you have to copy this. Let's say I need this, the gray color fill area, and the red font is my text color. So I want to paste it here, right? I want the same format here. So how do you do this? There is an option called formats. So how do you get this shortcut option, right? So I will tell you that as well. So how did I do that? So just copy that number, come to that, the cell where you want to format, Alt ESV. So that's you get a option. Multiple options are there. I will talk in details for each of these maybe when we start, some other videos. So now here you see there is something called format. So once you click on this, you get the same format what you have in your cell here. Okay, and there is another option, you can go here, format. Okay, and then you come, and for example I want to type it here. You see, this is how it has changed. All right, so now let me enter some other text here. Let's say testing. So now I want to copy here, here, here. Okay, or I just have one text here, one text here, one text here. So now I want to copy this entire and paste it here. So what happens is, once you go to the format tab, and if you double click on this, it becomes a formatting. So wherever you want, you just keep on clicking on, right? So if it is done, just hit escape so that it will go off. So this is how you can format your cell. All right, so I hope till now it is clear how to format your text. Okay, so now we'll go and see how you can you know rename your tab. So just right click on it, that is called rename, or double click on the tab and you can rename it. Let's say test. All right, so now if you click right click, and if you want to add color, so you can add color whatever you want to add. So this is how you color your tab. Okay, so now let's say if I want to add one new sheet in my workbook, so there is option called new sheet, the plus icon, right? So this plus icon is gonna help you to add a new sheet into your workbook. So if you click on this, you will get a new workbook, says sheet 2. Okay, and let's say if I want to you know copy the same sheet and have one more sheet with the same name, or you can rename it, but how do you copy this? So either you have to go and copy the entire data and then come back to your new sheet and paste it here, right? Like how you will do this. For example, I'll just do a control C, copy, come here, paste it anywhere, right? So this is how you can do one option. Other one is like just click on this, move or copy, wherever you want to move it, create a copy. If you don't create, what will happen? The same sheet will move to the end. Okay, if you create a copy, that means it will create a duplicate copy. That's how it goes. Okay, so there is one more option, how you can create a copy of your existing sheet. So just click on that sheet, which one you want to make a copy, press press that, and then press Control and drag it and move it wherever you want to place it, right? So this is how you can create a multiple sheets or new sheets in your workbook. All right, I hope this is very easy to understand. It is not very complicated. All right. All right. Now let's say I have different tabs here. There are multiple tabs you have created, right? So let's say I want to go to the second tab with your keyboard. How will you do that? So once you are in this tab, just press your control page up or page down. So page down will go to the next one, page up will go to the previous one. Okay, so this is how you can navigate your tabs in your Excel workbook. Control either page up or page down. All right, so this is very simple. All right, so now we have understood how to enter the data, how to do the formatting. So this is very simple, which I'm not gonna explain you in details because I have to cover a lot of things in this series. So I'm just explaining whatever I have to do, are very basic things which you can explore from your end. All right, so now I will go to a simple sample of data where I will give you some information in this. All right, so let me clear the screen. All right, so I will just delete this tab now. I don't need this tab. Okay, so there is an option to delete also, like you have right click and delete. So there is something called Alt EL, which will give you the same option. Alt EL, just remember that, so that you get an option and you can delete it off. Okay, so when I teach, I will be using a lot of shortcuts and I will be giving you the keys also, so that you remember or you can make a note of it so that it helps you, you know, to boost your productivity. All right. So now this is a data set. So now uh, let's say I want to do a format of this data set. I want to look it, beautiful. How will you do that? First thing. So first thing what I will do, I will just remove the grid lines of this entire data set. Okay, so how to remove that grid lines I have already explained. Go to your view tab, you see here grid lines, it's gone. All right, or the shortcut which I told, alt wbg, it will remove the grid lines. All right, so now I want to you know make it beautiful. So how will I do that? So first thing is you just select your header. This is your header, for example. So I will select the header. How to select the header? I told you that you have to go to go to the last column. If you use control right arrow, this is how you can go right and left. It goes right and left. And let's say I have here some more than 500 records. I want to go to a row number, say let's say I want to go to 450 row number. How will you go from here? So there is an option called Control G, which row or which column you want to go. I want to go column number D, let's say D. Okay, I want to go 450 row number, right? So click on OK. There you go. You see, my cell has come to row number here, which is row 50 and column number D, right? So this is how, if you use shortcuts, if you know, then it's very easy to navigate your data set. Okay, so now let's beautify this. So first thing is I will go on the top. I will select the header first. So how will you do this header selection? You have to either press on the cell A1 and then go towards your right and this, but there's a shortcut key, control shift right arrow. Okay, so this is how you will select your header. Now go to home. I want to make it, like some red color, and this is my color. Okay, I want to make all are in center alignment. Okay, and I want to adjust the width. I don't want, you see here, this column width is very big, this is also very big, this is small, this is small somewhere. So I want to make it constant. So how will you do that? So just from here, select the first column, or control space and control shift right arrow, done. And now I will make the column width. How will you do that? Right click, column width, Let's say I will make it 15 for each column. Yeah, and all are, I'm going to make it center aligned. Yeah, so this is my center alignment. Click here. Now I want to add some border so that it looks nice. So what I'll do, I'll select this data from here to here, control shift right arrow, control shift down arrow. The entire data has been selected. Okay, now there are two options which how you can add border. Either you go here, select border whichever you want, right? Or there are more border options. Once you click on that, you will come to this page. So instead of going there and coming to this page, instead you press Control 1, it will give you the same page, and there you can do your border formatting. So let's say I'm gonna take this, but I want to make it light gray. Okay, and select which side you want to give the border. All right, so inside and outside both, right? So once I click OK, this is how you see your data. All right, so this is how you can do customization of your data, which looks very neat and clean when you are doing some sort of data cleansing, or you are preparing some dashboard or something. So this you should know, like how to navigate the data itself. Okay, now so now let's do one more thing. Now since you have seen this is a simple Excel data format. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just create a copy of the same file like how I did before. I'll create a copy, control plus done. So this is one more sample data 2. Let's say I have renamed it. Okay, now this is a simple Excel format data, right? So now I want to make this a table format. So how will you do that? So first option you have is insert, go to your insert and table. So it will automatically select your entire data set, whatever you have. You see here A1 to 500 range it has selected, and my table has headers. Yes, my table has headers. If you select if you unselect it, then it will become a column, okay, on top of this. Okay, so since we have headers, I'm gonna select OK. So as soon as you see, this has been converted into a table. This also looks very neat, right? So this has become a table. So as soon as it become a table, you can see there is something called table. Get a table name as well, which is in this right corner, table 1. Or you can rename this table 1 according to your need. Let's say I want to rename this, say, data or sample data. Okay, so now this is your sample data table. Okay, so now what is the difference between your table and your normal Excel format data? So I will teach you that also, and which helps me a lot, and I hope it will help you as well when you know the difference between this Excel, normal Excel and your Excel table data. All right, so that helps in formula. When you write complex formula, you don't have to refer again and again to your data set. Instead of going to your data, the normal data set, by referring the table name itself, you can do a lot in your formula, which I will explain in details when we start writing formulas and all right. So for today I will wind up here, guys. So if you really feel that these videos are giving you some value to your learning journey, do like, subscribe and share with your colleagues, your friends, or who wants to learn Excel. And I believe this is the right place for them to learn and start their learning journey. All right, so till then, take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.